Look. Alright. Okie dokie. Alright. Hey everyone. I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Disability Show Live. This week, I want to talk about some restaurant tips. Now, let's say you or another person in your party has certain things that you can or can't eat. Now, you can check the menus on the My Disney Experience app to see what works best for you. Another thing is that you can ask to talk to the chef. We've done this many times at Disney. It really helps. The chef will come to your table. They will answer all your questions and go over the menu with you. It's that simple. Because that's why they are there, to help provide an extra bit of pixie dust to your Disney dining experience. And it has helped us a lot of times at many restaurants, at the Beast's Castle, Crystal Palace, Cinderella's Castle. It really helps. So never be afraid to ask to talk to the chef. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, Disneyland has some great bands that play great music. They pretty much have more performers in one park than sadly all of Walt Disney World has in all 4 of their parks, which is kind of sad if you when you think about it. But this week we are going to cover my top 5 music groups at Disneyland. Number 5, the Pearly Band. Now, the Pearly Band is based on the band that plays Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and Mary Poppins. They are great. We have a small video of them. Tyler Durden, the Pearly Band is a band that plays in Fantasyland at Disneyland. We have a small video of them playing You're Welcome from Moana. They're very good. And I will say, as we were walking through Disneyland one day, we heard... That was awesome. Goofy is definitely a good guy. And if you're just tuning in, we are going over my top 5 music groups at Disneyland. Number 4, the Bootstrappers. Now, I have yet to see these guys in person, but they are a pirate band that performs in New Orleans Square and also aboard the Columbia. I've seen videos of them. They are good. Hi, G Wolf. They sing a lot of pirate shanties, and of course, they always conclude with a Pirate's Life for Me. I mean, they're Disney pirates. They have to sing that. It's in the rule book, I think. Number 3, the Straw Hatters. That's us. G Wolf. These are bands that perform at Disneyland. Anyway, the Straw Hatters. That's us. that they do that every time someone says the name of their name. They perform on Main Street as well as aboard the Mark Twain. We have videos of both. And it was great to, it was kind of a surprise to see them play on the Mark Twain. I mean, a good surprise anyway, because they're very good. They kind of made the ride around the rivers of America more enjoyable with their music. Number 2, the Dapper Dans. Now, if we were going over groups at Walt Disney World, they would not be at number 2. They would probably be at number 1, but they're at number 2 because I think the Florida Dans are way better. Not just because that they watch this channel, but they're okay. I mean, they still have different colored suits rather than the same colors for all 4 of them like they do now in Florida. But they're great. They do pretty much all the same songs, but their colors are a little bit different, and they only perform on the weekends for some reason, which is kind of weird. And my number 1 music group at Disneyland, the Disneyland Band. Now, a couple years ago, we've seen them perform in the flag retreat ceremony, and this past trip, they've performed. I was able to get a video of them performing in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle. If you haven't seen that video, please watch it. It's great. They do so many great classic and modern Disney songs. They do great Pixar, Star Wars. They do it all. I mean, they have to. They're the Disneyland Band. So anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite music group is at Disneyland. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. So on both coasts, Fantasyland is the core of the Disney experience. At Disneyland, it's much larger, and the attractions, in my opinion, are more spread out. Whereas at the Magic Kingdom, it's nicely crammed, barely enough space between one ride and another. Especially if you're in that walkway between Peter Pan and Small World. Alright. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which coast you think has the better Fantasyland, Disneyland, or DAT, Walt Disney World. And now it's trivia time! So last week, we asked what was the name of Prince Eric's dog in The Little Mermaid. The correct answer was Max. Congratulations if you knew the answer. And now here is this week's trivia time question. In what city does The Princess and the Frog take place? Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. Tyler saying that Walt Disney World has a better Fantasyland. All right. So, Disney has announced that Animation Courtyard will be going through a big overhaul and reopen next year as an old favorite, the magic of Disney animation. What this means is that on September 24th, Star Wars Launch Bay, New Orleans is correct, Tyler. 100 cool points. As I was saying, on September 24th, the Star Wars Launch Bay will be gone, which we have kind of seen coming because, I mean, they should have closed it 6 years ago when Galaxy's Edge opened. Just saying. So that's going to be going away. The Disney Junior show is going to close. The Little Mermaid show is going to remain open. And next year, the Magic of Disney Animation, which will feature a little Wonderland playground, which kind of looks cute for the kids, and a brand new Disney Junior show, which we assume will feature Bluey. There has been confirmation in the past that Bluey will be coming to the parks in some sort of way. We assume that it's going to be in this new Disney Junior show, because Bluey is yet another example of Australia's domination over children's entertainment. If you know, you know. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm glad that Disney's doing this, because I think they're going in the right direction. I mean, this is an homage to back when the Disney animators worked at Disney's Hollywood Studios, or MGM at the time. This is amazing. This is great. I mean, they're even going to have that sorcerer's hat like they have at the front of the animation studio in Burbank, which is great. Of course, the classic archway is going to be going away, which is sad. But I am really looking forward to this. This really needs to happen. We have lost a lot lately at Hollywood Studios, especially last month, losing Muppet Vision. I am still not over that. But we have lost a lot at Hollywood Studios. But having this new area is definitely going to put Disney's Hollywood Studios back in the right direction. And I hope it's great. I really, 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 really hope it's great. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. For this week's shout-outs, make sure you guys check out Samantha Lowe. She does great live streams and videos all the time. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out my buddy Beth over at Beth's Disney Adventures. She does great live streams from the parks all the time. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out my pal Tamia over at Tamia Smiles. She posts great content on both her YouTube and her Instagram. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Tanya, aka That Crazy Disney Lady. She also does great live streams from the parks all the time. Definitely check her out as well. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse be with you.